And I should be live once again, and I'm gonna go through some tips and tricks and things that I think are very useful about the game, as well as just general gameplay. Should you listen to me? On screen is all the speedrun records that I've done in my time here playing the game. That doesn't mean anything, but it does mean that what I have done in terms of speedruns is pretty darn good. I've not let any of them drop to second place or worse. So I am constantly trying to improve myself at the game, trying to keep myself as good as possible. There are going to be tips and tricks that I don't know, and hopefully chat will help me out. I'm very excited for it. But let's get straight into it. First, options. It's so important to set your options as what you want. Uh, Ignore the presets. Actually, you know what? We'll just go. We'll say we're playing with epic presets. So nothing really too crazy. We are just looking at what we've got. None of this really matters except for max FPS. There are some tricks that you can do at lower FPS, but we're not going to worry about that. You should just probably enjoy your game at a higher frames per second. Don't worry about motion sync or VSync or motion blur if you don't have to. Don't worry about any of the viewing distances, anything like this. Field of view. I do think this one makes a nice difference where you can look farther away or not as far away as necessary. And I find that my ride distance needs to be a little bit on the lower end in general for me to enjoy my riding experience when I'm on a pal. You might not care about that right at the beginning, but it does make a difference. And then brightness. Sometimes nighttime is very, very dark, so setting it to 1 is valuable then. I think it's too bright during the daytime and too dark during the nighttime. So I'd set it at 0 for day, 1 at night. I think is very, very useful. Sounds, just whatever you need to get it all to work for you. Um, I've never really messed with any of them, but the big one is game settings. If you want, you can just toggle your sprint button. For me, it's the shift key. And so if I wanted to not hold down a button while sprinting, go for it. I like having that little bit of control, even though it's almost the same. Aim sensitivity and mouse sensitivity. Aim sensitivity is when you're right clicked and like looking to try to attack something through a scope. And mouse sensitivity is just general sensitivity. So be aware that they're both there. Very, very useful. You can, okay, do all these things. It's whatever. But this one's a big one. If build mode switching from hold to toggle, that's a big one. It should just default you to hold nowadays, but if you wanted to to toggle nowadays, if you want to hold the button to make stuff, you can do that. Otherwise, you can just switch that and then you can press the button once, walk away from your keyboard, and you're making stuff. It's so convenient. Of course, there's different buttons for controller and then common. Sometimes this is a very useful one where you make sure that you're not picking up items and slowing yourself down. I like being able to be overweight though, so I leave it on. The UI display size. This actually ended up being too big for me earlier, and I wasn't liking that, so I'm actually going to adjust that down. But if you like a slightly smaller size of like the numbers popping up when you hit things, or the graphics of people chatting with you, this makes a big difference. Maximum damage display count. I might actually lower this too, just to hide a few extra numbers. I don't know if I should though. We'll do it for now. But yeah, just consider, playing with the settings. The settings here just make your gameplay even better for you. Whether you want to have specific sights or not, you can always change them to different colors and things like that. Go for it. Have fun. You can also make it like just have a stronger outline and stuff like that. Controls, make sure you map your controls if you really need to and use it to like actually know stuff. Like it took me, I want to say a day to find out that I could roll, like a day, like an hour of gameplay before I figured out what the roll button was. I swear I tried everything except for left control. I think I even tried right control, and because that didn't work, I didn't know it existed in the game. So make sure you look up your controls, whether you're on keyboard or the controller. Use that. Remap things if you need to. You can change everything. It's really convenient, really handy. Make it work for you. Okay. Jason, welcome back, dude. Yeah, the weapon is not as powerful as I like, but the armor is unbelievably good. I am loving the new armor. The new weapons are cool, but I don't think they're particularly strong. Oh, and then Almighty Moose Man, welcome back. V1 armor from Dogcoin Salesman is really good. Blood is fuel. Blood is fuel. It's so good. It is so good. Uh, Multiplayer. This is the only one that might matter for anybody. If you want to teleport to any place around the world, you have to have multiplayer on, and then you can respawn and teleport across the world. I'm going to turn it on just so that I can demonstrate it. We're not actually going to be doing any sort of multiplayer usage on this playthrough, though. You, of course, have the option to change any plethora of stats. Feel free to just use normal or casual stats when you start a game. It's well worth it. Well worth it. Okay, setting up your character. Of course, you can set some presets. You can, make your own character. Lots and lots of people seem to do pretty good with large-legged people. Don't know why that is, but just be careful. If you do go through the process of like creating a full character for yourself, being like, oh yeah, I want my person red, and I come over here and do face and be like, I wonder what body type 1 is. It kind of changes almost everything back to the way it was. Not everything, but a lot of things that you might like switch up. Like, let's double check. I might be wrong about this. They might have fixed this. We're on the cross eyes. Let's go back. Are we still on cross eyes? Oh, nice. They made that better. Sick. All right, so never mind. Ignore me. You don't have to worry about that anymore. But, make your character. Have fun with it. You just beat the new raid boss in here, and oh my gosh, he's the most powerful pal you're ever gonna get. I really like the new pal. I beat it just earlier, just as the regular version, and really enjoyed it. Alex Robinson, welcome back. What's going on? I am really, I don't know how many people are gonna watch this, but I'm just gonna go through this, give tips and tricks, and if somebody stumbles across it and wants any tips and tricks that I might have, I'm gonna have it here and waiting for them. What do I want to do? Be a cat? Can't be a cat. I just can't do it. I'm thinking cross eyes. I want some nice hair though. Something good. Ooh, and then we can do. We'll be like Snow White with black hair. Can we switch our body back to like pure white? Oh, there we go. We're gonna be Snow White, boys. I think Snow White has just a little bit more meat to her, though. She's skinny, but she's not like she's the fairest of the fair. She's not gangly. I feel like that's not too bad. This is a casual playthrough on default normal settings. Yeah, I'm not doing anything speedrun related. Just gonna share any bit of wisdom I can think of as I go through this. So I'm going to talk through every single thing that I do, starting with going backwards is not necessarily your best idea, as you might get stuck since they sealed that passage right over there. So if you look, there is this passage right here. They had a lot of trouble with people going backwards, and so they sealed it off. You can still jump over this ledge, no problem, but then you can't get back. I don't like that. I kind of want that change to be reverted. But they do have some stuff back here, including a chest and stuff like that. Well worth picking up. Oh my gosh, especially if you get 3 Palspheres. That's pretty insane. But on the whole, I'd recommend just going straight towards your objectives. They made a nice little objective system, and if you notice, there is a slide mechanic that makes you way faster on downhills. So I would recommend doing that as well. It just is well worth it. So it's going to take anybody and everybody a long time to get through this section. But for me, I'm just going to kind of speed through it. Not super quickly, but, if you wanted to go through. read it, you're more than welcome to. It's so funny. Number of times I've skipped through this dialogue, I only sort of know what they're saying. Something about the pals are eating everybody. But as you pick up items, it's always worth to pick up items because they give you experience. So we're already getting 4, 5, 6, 7, experience. And that's just going to get us, we want to get to level 4. Now, that being said, the fastest way to level would be to, to capture pals. But we'll get there in just a second. I'm not going to do any speedrun strategies. But if you did want, there's a chest right down there, right in the little river area. Totally worth going after. I'm going to go ahead and grab some more resources. I'm going to ignore the Chickapee for right now because it was level 3 and I'm only level 2. I don't necessarily want to fight a level 3 pal yet. Now, once you're... Even now, it's not a bad idea to fight pals higher than your level, but it is what it is. Okay, so we've slid down the hill. I recommend coming up and getting this chest. Why not? It's a chest, right? It might have stuff for you, like some money, a little bit of bread. Why not? Maybe you're already super interested in everything. Use stat points. I use tab to open up my inventory here, and we can say we have stat points to our bottom right. I can go ahead and give myself whatever I want. I'm going to use stamina. I prefer a few points in stamina early or a few points in weight early. One or the other or both. I'll go ahead and just use stamina for now as it's just going to be what I want. Since I used that, I completed a quest and that leveled me up again. Excellent. Well, I'm going to go ahead and press tab again, get in here, give myself some weight. All right, there we go. Now I'm really good. And able to come up to this top section into my technology, grab myself some items. I'm going to go ahead and grab pal spheres, arrows, bow, campfire, whatever I feel like is necessary. Your technology points down here, you will run out. So if you use everything, you're going to have to level up again or come across ways to get more technology points, which we can talk about later. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock everything that I think is necessary. And oh no, I can't make a repair kit because I've run out of technology points. Super, super important that you're paying attention to that stuff. I'm going to go ahead and make a primitive workbench here because I want to make myself something to combat the pals with. I'm level 3. I'm feeling strong. I guess I'll just make this wooden club because I don't have anything else to fight them with. Watch out for the Nintendo ninjas. This game is getting bigger. Oh no! You're right, Jason. We do have to watch out. And since I'm already in the crafting mood, I'll go ahead and make myself a stone axe and a stone pickaxe if I have the materials from it from all those things that I was collecting earlier. And luckily we do. Cool. So we've done all that. I'm going to go ahead and be safe and make myself a handheld torch in case it ever gets colder. In the very bottom left of the screen, I'm going to hover my mouse over it. There's this temperature gauge. That thing is way more important than it looks because it's just such a small little, almost like, it's very opacity, very translucent. But yeah, if you start getting cold, you're going to start losing health. If you start getting hot, you're going to start losing health. It's important to know. I did just disassemble everything by pressing the C button right there and then just clicked on it. So know that that's a thing. All right, first combat, let's go. Okay, this Lambo level 2 has a 100% capture chance. Should go straight into the sphere. Excellent, we've got our first pal. Now this pal ended up getting angry at us, so I'm going to dodge him real fast. And the reason we hit him is if we look at this one, it only says 21% chance. So we have to, weaken the pals, get their health down in order to make sure that we can continue to capture them. We're up to 54, 91. Oh, look, 100% chance. All right, there we go. And we got a critical throw. So weakening pals makes a big difference, but of course that does lead you to sometimes end up killing the pals. So do your best not to kill them, but definitely weaken them or else you're going to have a hard time capturing them. So I'm just going to go ahead and weaken them, throw some pal spheres, grab the things that I see. Blue stuff, Palladium fragment, very nice. Important, our quest line has continued. A level 1 Cativa. Now these pals are my favorite to capture early. Now there's many reasons, but one of the reasons is my weight capacity has gone up another 30 or 50. 30. Oh my gosh. I'm now 400 weight because I've got pal skill effect of plus 50. It's worth going into your party and seeing what your pals can do. It's very, very important to know what these pals can do. Oh, Toyful, dude, good to see you again. I don't know how many people will actually follow this all the way through, but you know what? I'm going to get to chill with you guys, have fun playing through, think maybe somebody will watch it and think it's a useful walkthrough. We'll see. But I'll go ahead and speed up my capturing and collecting now because I know what I'm doing. You don't have to be worried about the starter zone at all. Toyful, how have you been, dude? Have you been running your other games or anything like that? So I wanted the cat in my party, so I dropped the dropped the lamb ball there. So lamb ball went away, cat joined the party. And afterwards, everything goes straight into your pal box, so you don't have to worry about that. You've been running Pac? Dude, how's Pac-Man going? That's cool. Yeah, I ran No Man's Sky for a little bit. The game was really fun, but really frustrating. Like, everything just feels slow in the game. And I was really not happy with that. Like, I just wanted it to react to my actions. Instead, it was like, we'll do that eventually. Okay. We've made it to a spot that I like to use as a starter base. I don't think it's a great starter base, but it's not bad. And ooh, it's even nicer than it used to be. But instead of taking all 10 seconds to make, I like to put out a pal that's going to do it in about 10 seconds and add my time to it. Half the time. So nice. Completely easy. Now, I've got the cats that I could put in, and I think I will. So that cat's going to start trying to work for us. Love it. Work away, little cats. Mine the mines. Well, it's really not a mine. It's a rock. Yep, PAL boxes to reset abilities since they nerfed. Yep, exactly. So there used to be the ability to just drop PALs to reset their abilities. But now it is not so. Now you have to actually put them all the way back into the PAL box, which that is still not fixed and probably should be, but that's all right. Another little fun point to talk about here as I continue to split my points is you can hit multiple things at the same time. So we're hitting all three of these trees at the same time. There's only a handful of trees that are doubles or triples, but if you've come across them, it's always just going to save you time, right? Might as well mine the double tree or the triple tree if you can. And on to one of my favorite things that has been added in the game. We're going to go ahead and do it this way. I'm not planning to use any glitches. Just talk through the game. I might talk about a glitch, but I don't want to actually discuss them necessarily during this. Palworld has a beautiful, beautiful system. And right down here, it says Easy Bulk Storage. Whatever your Easy Bulk Storage button is, if you press that, and you don't pick items to exclude, like for now, I'm going to go ahead and exclude this fiber here. But if I hit stow, it's going to take everything that's already been put into a chest and put it into that chest for me, no matter how far away from the chest I am, as long as I'm inside this base radius. So I hit tab, I hit R, I've got the exclusion of fiber. I'm going to hit stow. It's going to say, hey, you want to store these in the following chest nearby? I say yes. It's gone. It's out of my inventory. It's so nice. But the fiber stayed. And I actually don't want the fiber to stay, so I'm going to stow that too. Goodbye, fiber. And it all went into that chest over there. I didn't have to do nothing. What a glorious game Palworld is, man. Love it. I don't think they added any additional pals outside of the legendary, but I mean, I could be wrong. I've not tried to catch any other pals. The Palpedia, I'm pretty sure looked complete last I checked it, but maybe there's a variant that I don't know about. And just notice how you see the outline of how the pal would look from in front of the bench. Yep. So you know which way it's facing now. Like every single thing you place down now, you know what the direction. Oh, I guess not the repair bench. I guess the pals don't ever work at it though. So primitive workbench shows you where it's at. You can see it with the mining sites as. Oh my gosh, Melpaca. You're. Part of me wants to say, okay, you know what? Let's do it the old-fashioned way. If you have something like this happens and you don't want to fight it, unrender the pal. Get them out of there. Like, they don't need to be there burdening you. If your big Mamorist walks up and you're like, I don't know if I can fight that, run away from it. just teleport away and teleport back. I think it's perfectly fine. I don't think it's cheese. That's just how the game works. It renders things in, it renders things out. Once you're about 150 meters away. Think it was just the raid boss? Yeah, for sure. How do I do? What do you do? The thing with the Dire Howl jump? Is Dire Howl nerfed? No, Cherry. You're coming in here with like your first message ever to me, I think. Oh, welcome in. You just brought some of the saddest news I've ever had. Oh no. I was gonna go get a Dire Howl and talk about how it's the best pal because of that. At least early game. Oh, that'll make me so... Oh, Flower Gamosses. That'll make me so sad. You'll test it? Alright. What do I think about the Dire Howl jump nerf? That has to be one of the saddest things I've ever heard. You're done too? Oh. Okay, well. I guess I had to find out eventually, and it was gonna be soon. It's just happening now. Okay. I'm going to talk about the technology tree here. I think it's really important to get the common shield. It's necessary, and I do mean necessary, to get the feed box. I really like the hanging trap for a couple of uses. You might not ever use it, though, so you might not need it. The alarm bell can be useful. If you're getting attacked, you can tell your pals ignore it, and they'll just keep mining. So it can be very, very useful. Or you can tell them to attack, and that's also great. Parachute, really, really big. You'll need it for a quest later. Berry Plantation, very useful. Ranch, very useful, especially later, but not necessarily necessary right now. Pal Gear Workbench and Statue of Power are both necessary. Everything else is ornament, or the fire bow and fire arrows is actually really good, but it is not something I'm willing to sacrifice flame organs for just yet. Later on, that get really, really cheap, but right now, flame organs are not the easiest thing to come across, so I am not going to be using it. Love story ending. Oh man, I'm not happy about that. The life La Vida. Hello, how are you? Welcome in. Is that a Clippy? That looks like a Clippy over there, man. What's going on? You having a good day? Night? Whatever it might be? Okay, I've got my shield. I want my parachute. The pals are helping me out. I need to upgrade the base by going up to it and pressing V. I guess something else I could have mentioned is look in front of your face and read what it says. C is fast travel, so you can fast travel straight from here, meaning the fast travel being really close like that isn't necessarily the best, but there are a lot of resources here, which is why I still like making a base here. Okay, we've got our Cativa. Everything's going okay. I need to build a workbench, or sorry, a bed. So I'm gonna do that. The pals are all gonna go try and work. Love the latest videos. Awesome, thank you. I'm having fun playing palworld, having fun making videos. And that's just how it goes, you know. I'm not here to do anything too crazy. Just enjoy my time, and hopefully you enjoy with me. And if you don't, well, that's sad, but you know what? You guys get the option of leaving, which is also great. Options are good. Okay. Continuing on, I've done a few extra quests. It says equip the cloth outfit. I thought I made a cloth outfit. Did I not? Okay, well. I'm going to talk to the skilled islander. He has some palladium fragments for me. And then this worrywart farmer, she has some special dish for us. Very nice. Now we're going to see if I can survive. I've never actually tried to fight these pals because I always go the other direction. But since I don't have all my cloth yet, I need some more lamb balls anyway. Why not? Like, I didn't make myself any, what's the word? Any armor. I only have 10 arrows. Let's go for it. Let's go for it and find out. Wooden club, a Cativa, and a whole bunch of lamb balls that want my food and Cativas. So these pals are the only aggressive lamb balls and Cativas in the game. They see that I have the food on me. They want it. No, I killed it. I didn't want to kill it. This Foxparks joined in on the fun. Oh no, I killed it. Alright, I was able to do it. Alright, Cativa, it's time to take out this. Let's go. You know what? Let's just old bow it once. Dang it. I'm too strong. I'm used to being on hard settings. No. Okay, well that was fun. I'm having a good time, guys. Are you guys having a good time? It locks us in now? Oh, no. No. That had to be one of my favorite things about the game. Like, hands down, was so much fun Dire Howl dashing around. Eh, I'll live, but man, that's one thing I don't think they needed to change / fix. Like the deer #1, still cost some ingots, but yeah, it might end up being, well, really, Chillet is #1 now. Chillet became #1, not, well, yeah, since the Terraria update, and its swimming speed went to insane numbers. Okay, So I didn't mention why I was running this particular way, but we made our way to one of the only villages in the game. You could walk along the beach and then come up. You can just walk around the path and then come down. It's really up to you how you get here, but I do recommend getting over here for a couple of reasons. One of the big ones is that once you get to fishing, you can fish right here off the pier. There's a cave right here to help you mine some additional items. We'll go ahead and do that right now, actually. Go ahead and go into that cave because caves have a handful of things that are really useful, including lots of money, some large palladium nodes, and yep, exactly like this. Okay, so these cave mushrooms don't really matter. I'm going to grab them anyway, but this is 5,000 gold. I recommend grabbing that stuff early if you want to make early game really easy for yourself. You don't have to, but I would recommend it. You know, it's just a recommendation. Good night, everyone. Make sure. Oh, thanks, Big Rift. Big Rift always likes to recommend people like and subscribe, and I always appreciate that he reminds everybody. Great dude. Great dude. You're going to accidentally take out so many pals before you get Ring of Mercy? Oh yeah, for sure. It's that is just a fact of life. Now this cave has exactly what I was talking about. In the distance is that big blue node. We have to worry about these level 9 syndicate. We could run around them. We might be able to run around them. I'm not entirely sure. Their line of sight is very straightforward, but I don't know if I ran around them enough. Yeah, looks like I did. Maybe. It's even a double ore node. All right, well, Kativa's going to go fight them. I'm going to mine this palladium fragment, and I'm getting double ore. I can't. Ah, this is great. So easy. Oh, the waterboarding T-fin. It is a great event. Getting to see that little T-fin. Now, one of the things I'm doing here is kind of a trick. If I don't look at those guys, they tend not to attack me, but they were also getting distracted by the Kativa. So humans are weird, where frequently if you don't look at them, they don't attack you. So just a little bit of tidbit of information, I guess. V1 armor from Overkill is better than V2 since it has like a lifesteal effect on it. Yeah, I currently am liking the V1 armor quite a lot. They're very close to similar in terms of stats too, which is crazy. Alright, Kativa's over here putting in some work, getting me some stuff. Appreciate that, Kativa. I'm just going to continue on towards the exit now, I think. I don't want to go all the way down and have to come back up. Also, gliding while carrying momentum, very strong. Would recommend. Oh, and it's a Tombat? Oh, because it's nighttime. Nice, but Tombat's really good for us. Usually nothing off to the sides. Can I get you guys to stop following me? Palworld VR. Now that would be something. Alright, this will be a tough fight. I don't know if I've got this, to be honest with you. I have, like, no arrows. This will be... Nonetheless, I'm just playing for fun. I'm not necessarily speedrunning. Fighting something this over your level, definitely not recommended. You're doing very little damage, and it's doing a lot of damage to you, and I just totally ate that air cannon. And Kativa is really not good for this either. I might have to just skip this guy. Oh, it does interrupt me. Nice, some dog coins. Alright, am I dead? I might be. Hmm. Just running away, you know, no big deal. Okay, we've got our shield up. I don't have to care quite as much anymore. I looked at it when I streamed earlier today. Yeah, I fought the new raid boss. Thought that was a lot of fun. I like that. There were a lot of moves that I already knew, but a few like mechanics that like I felt like were pretty intuitive. At least for me. I mean, I did fight the ultra a couple times before I went to the regular, and then the regular wasn't super hard. But I think, need to level up my raid team before I try to take on the ultra version because it was not easy. It's going to be a different raid boss this time. Okay, that will remain something that I can do in this run is this little glitch here. You can maintain your height very well if you spam your summon pal button and your deploy glider button. Okay, so nighttime. It's cold. I barely get time to show it, but if you have a torch, you're not cold. If you have your cloth armor, like the game says to have, you're not cold. But this dude right here, totally worth talking to. Why? Arrows are only 5. So even without selling a single thing, I can get myself 66 arrows for free. Now, I want to emphasize this. I see people a lot making arrows. Arrows are 5 gold each. They're so cheap. And let's look. Let's look. If I go back to make some arrows, and I have no points into making things faster, and I tried to make, oh, that would be a lot more than that. That'll be 75. Let's just do 75. So not only am I using some of the wood and stone I've collected, look how long this is gonna take. This will take forever. And all you have to do is get a little bit of gold and you'll have more than enough arrows for your early game. So I'm canceling those arrows. Those arrows don't need to be there. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'll make myself my cloth armor. I technically won't need the handheld torch anymore, at least not in this area. Different areas of the game have different temperature levels. This one is just slightly cold. Pay to win, that's right. Every game is technically pay to win, where money will get you stuff. Just not real money pay. It's just palworld money pay. But again, this stamina lotus I picked up, I'm going to use it to boost my early game economy out the wazoo. Like I said, it's worth 5,000 coins. So what does that mean? I get to go to this area right here, slide down the hill, come back over to this dude, talk to him. Be like, I want to sell this stamina lotus for 5,000 coins. Well worth it. Do it. You can buy 41 pal spheres. You could buy 1,000 arrows. You can buy multiple eggs, wheat seeds, berry seeds, whatever you need from this dude in the early game. He is honestly a complete game breaker. Absolutely bonkers. You can enjoy the game making your own arrows, and I might do a run where I do just that, where shopping is not allowed. I think that would be kind of fun. But like to say that I don't love just like coming in here being like, all right, now I have 155 arrows. I do love that. It's really nice. Now I mean like most stuff very cheap. Cavern mushrooms, we're not going to need them for a very long time, but I'm still not going to sell them for 5 coins each. No thanks. Shock grenades only 2. Like so much is worth very little, so it is worth noting that you're gonna struggle to get money early. You can make a decent chunk from like just killing lamb balls, I guess. That's not the worst thing. 110? Why not? I'm not gonna need that food because we're gonna go through making I shouldn't say an efficient base, a self-sustaining base. You will eventually need some wheat seeds. I always like buying them now so I know that I have them. I like making sure that I have all the flame organs that I need, so you're going to need at least 3 to start. And then I like to make myself a venom bow, but we're not going to do that for right now. We're not going to need electric organs for a long time, nor horns, nor bones. We will need some leather here pretty soon. We probably don't need to buy any, but I'm going to go ahead and just buy 5 just for simplicity's sake. And then you might need wool if you haven't killed or caught enough lamb balls. I'm just going to put the rest into pal spheres. Boom! Saved myself 24 palladium. Now, if I do attack these pals, the entire area is going to get mad at me. You might be like, but they're just pals. Yeah, they're their pals. You might not think it, but they're theirs. So, be aware. Now I've had this quest, I'm going to come up to this PIDF officer, drop off the food. I don't need to carry it on me anymore. I can fall down a little bit too, that's fine. Or a lot. There we go. Let's go. He wants a wonderful food, and he wants me to go say thank you for good food. And I don't know why he couldn't say thank you himself and give me a reward, but whatever. Yeah. Arrows and ammo can essentially be free, but you still have to work for it. You know, it's one of those things where you have to decide whether you're willing to go for the spending money on ammo route, or if you are really just wanting to make it yourself. So 250 from giving the farmer or telling the farmer we did a good job. She gives us 2,500 coins and some cheeseburgers. That's great. Now over here I see our berries are starting to get a little bit low on their time. They might spoil soon. That means they're going to go from 48 to 47. I'm going to hit sort, and now they're back to 10 minutes until they expire. So you can keep your food sorted at 10 minutes or whatever their expiration timer is indefinitely if you really want to. I like sorting things for 2 reasons. 1, because I know for the most part where it's going to sort things when I press the sort button. And 2, I don't like food waste. In real life or in the game. Basically, your new GFX card, you're getting 64 to 68 FPS with everything maxed at 4K for palworld, no DLSS needed. That's awesome, dude. Ooh, hoarding potions for later. Had no idea they were worth that much. Yeah. The flowers are worth tons of money. And those are the small ones too, right? Not even the big ones necessarily. Which I believe those are worth even more. Okay, so now I'm just going on the 30 capturing spree for these pals. I usually don't use a club, but you know what? I'm having fun. And it also gives me more time to explain things, interact with you guys. Cativas are awful when trying to capture because they run away. You're mine. I just said the clubs. Let's just keep doing the club. One more. You're actually maxing the game is very beautiful. Oh, actually maxing the game? Yeah. Well, I like this game. I like the art style of this game, but I also love anime and animation in general. And it has a very nice animation style for my eyes. I don't know if that's for everyone, but I don't hear many people talk about how they hate how palworld looks. I've heard people disagree with the view of the pals because they think it's just a copy off of Pokemon. But I've never heard anyone actually be like, ugh, I hate how palworld is, like, it just looks horrible. At least I don't think I've heard anyone say that. Hey, Arthur! Is this the same Arthur? Were you always BD 6959? Regardless, I'm gonna say welcome back, assuming you're the same Arthur. I am liking the new update. I was wishing there was just a little bit more to it, but you know what? They already gave us the warning that it was going to be more or less saved for the launch in 2026 here, so I can't say I'm gonna complain. There's already more quality of life brought to the game, some of which I didn't even know I wanted, which is always the best when I'm like, oh man, they added stuff that I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. I was just used to the old way of things. Oh, and with this we should capture. Oh, okay, we captured 30. But I did not capture that land ball. Next, cool, fun, useful, whatever. I don't know. But next tip, when looking at this land ball, I can hold the throw pal sphere button, and in the top right, right above the capture percent, it says that I've captured 12 of 12. That means I'm going to get very little for capturing this land ball right here. In fact, it's going to be the same amount as if I had just killed it. Now, I believe level 3 is 11 experience for killing a level 3. But just to show it, I'm going to go ahead and capture it. This level 3 land ball is going to give me 11 experience? 11 experience. So, I got no bonus from capturing it. Now, this level 3 Cremis, it's not because it's a different pal. It's because I don't have 12 of them captured yet. It's going to give me a lot more. 160 experience. So I just got a load more experience from the same level pal because I hadn't caught all 12 of them yet. So I see that I have this level 3 Chickapee. My current bonus capture rate is 148, so the next one should be 151, which means we're going to get what? 160... Let's see, 48 should be right around 151 bonus experience plus the 11. Yeah, 164. So yeah, it was 150. I'm gonna kill with a full swing. So you can kind of just see that you're gonna get a lot of experience if you've not caught all 12 of that pal so far. It is the same one. Well, YouTube changed it not too long ago. Genix is now Mr. Genix, but I just wanted to double check. There are some people that will probably pop in that have the same name, and it's like, okay, I better make sure. Of course, you can always deploy your pal and fight alongside them. I heard the sound of a Luckian, so here we go. Let's have at it. Hopefully we don't kill it. Dark laser, huh? Oops. Hopefully it doesn't kill me. I don't trust you, Kativa. Alright, a lucky Foxbarks to start out. Let's go. And up to level 11 we are. Yeah, I agree. The pal art style and designs are very, very cool. I needed one more Kativa. Give it to me. Where'd it go? A vampiric Kativa. Let's go. Of course, as you play through, you're going to get different passives that have different things. You won't know what they are probably, but it's worth noting that the ones that are turquoise colored are the rarer ones. Very hard to get most of the time. And you should be happy when you get one. Alright, Pengulek, get messed up by Kativa here. Good job, Kativa. The other pals didn't notice. Let's go. Game sound is disableable. Yes. Completely off. I've never played without game sounds before. This is going to be interesting. Of course, you can disable multiple different types of sounds as you go along. But for the most part, this game is very customizable, so you should be able to do pretty much anything that you want. Oh man, this is hurting my brain. Seeing all this happen but no sound. No, not background music. Sound effects. Let's turn down the sound of the hammers there, shall we? Okay. So what I just did is in our base, when we get close enough, it says current base missions in this far right corner here. So it says build feed box and build straw beds 1 of 3. So I have my pals building a feed box and 3 straw pal beds. Those are things that we've unlocked. And then I already know it's going to want me to build a campfire, a berry plantation, a pal gear workbench, and I need to do some more prep work on what we are going up to next. So I know we're going to need a logging site. You're going to want a logging site anyway. It's really, really useful. I don't love the fact that they made the Foxparks harness part of the quest line, but I am unlocking it anyway. The Crusher, the Poison Bow, I feel like it's a little bit, well, actually, it might be worse than the Fireball now that I think about it. I don't know why I always go Poison Bow. They're like the same price, aren't they? Anyway. Powerball launching does not still work, Toyful. I wish it did. Uh, wait. Are you not getting any game sound? Can you not hear anything? Anything from the game? 3-shot bow, primitive furnace. Let me double. Oh my gosh. Why is palworld? I thought I checked this earlier and it said palworld's sound was on. What if I turn the sounds up a lot? Okay, let me do that because the sound is too loud for me. Okay, OBS, why no sound here? Oh, what a blunder. Are you pumping out sound now? No. Why? What the heck? OBS just doesn't want to give me game sounds, guys. What the heck? Okay. I guess I just add it again? Someone fixed your other game's speed meter, a Christmas miracle? Oh, nice, dude. That's awesome. Oh, I think I got it. What? Why is it so quiet though? Alright, I can... Okay, let's see if that's close. I'm still monitoring myself. Let me... play just a little bit here. Good volume. Well, thank you for letting me know. That's crazy. That's weird, because I was streaming earlier, and I thought I heard game sound then, and I definitely monitored before I went live, and I thought I heard sound then, too. Maybe I'm just going crazy. It wouldn't be the first time. What? Okay. I've turned off my own monitoring now. I am not listening to myself anymore. Not any more than I need to. I still will listen to myself from time to time, I guess, but, you know. If I don't have to, I'd rather not. Let's do one last check here. Right this. Okay. Let me know if you still think it's a little quiet or something like that. That will easily be fixable. So, especially if there's already game sounds piping through OBS, I can always just adjust it here. Maybe just a smidge more just to make sure. Cool. Poison bow for water pals, yeah, but fire pals don't catch fire either. But nor do dark pals get poisoned. I don't think. I might be wrong about. I'm second guessing myself now. But we added all those things in. We were able to upgrade our base. We're still missing the Statue of Power, so we made sure we unlocked it. We've got everything up to the heavyweight module, high quality workbench. We need nails. And I've done the bare minimum to get there, except for the 3-shot bow. That's not needed. But everything else is necessary to either advance the mission or to advance your base. It looks very similar to this. If you don't want to lose all your technology points and maybe save them for some of the later stuff, I would recommend having about something like this. Maybe having the tropical or tundra outfit or both. Maybe having the feathered hairband. But feel free to just play the game. Have fun. And I'm going to Statue of Power. Let's see if we have enough for a mining site. We do. The cats are facing that way. That's so convenient. And I need more wood for the next part. So let's re-equip our axe. And go, uh-oh. Well, we'll say that in a second. Uh-oh. Weapon is damaged. So, you've got your repair bench. Tends to be, what does that say when I go to build it? C to swap between build mode? Oh, okay. And if I just press and hold, it still stays. I might have to get rid of that. I might change that setting back. I am so used to it not staying after I place it down. What would that be under? Game settings. Was it the bottom? No. Nope. Oh, build mode change from hold to top. Yeah, that's the one. So now I should just place one thing and... Oh, nope. Okay, so that's the... What does it mean change from hold to toggle? It's still making... Am I going crazy? Did it always stay up? I could have sworn it stopped. Aw, dude, have fun, Teufel, man. Have fun. Does fire have the same capture debuff as poison? Yep. So, whatever you hit pals with, whether it is fire, poison, making them electrified, they all give I believe the same amount. Now, I'm not entirely sure if you get them soaked or if you do a combo, if there's a stronger capture chance between the two. Like, if you do water and then electric to get them, like, stunned electric. I'm not sure if that has a higher capture chance than others. I'd have to have somebody verify with me on that one. Okay, we've done enough to get ourselves a logging site. We don't have any pals that can do any logging, though. And while I did have a deer earlier, I kind of want to do this straight up. So I'm not going to use deer just yet. Enhance player stats or enhance pals. We're going to enhance player stats. We can offer Lift Monk effigies to increase our capture power, making it easier to capture pals. Very cool, very exciting. I'm going to go ahead and V for base upgrade and upgrade the base again. I see nighttime is almost here. I've not really built myself a house yet, so I'm going to go ahead and make myself a nice little home. But for everything that I place down, those are potentially pal spheres or other items later. So I don't make myself a very good home to start with. I just make myself a little C or backwards C. And then I can go to sleep. Now, a lot of times I would say stay awake through the night. It's really useful to try to catch a tombat or even depressos and other things. Lots of pals out at nighttime that you are going to want to catch. But for today, I want it to be visible. I want it to be easy to follow. And where did I get that ring from? A chest, I'm assuming. Fun. But we've got this cliff over here that's kind of calling my name. I could just walk around. It is all land over there, but I'm just going to go straight over because I also see this Lift Monk effigy. They added a swimming animation! Yeah. That's cool. Should be able to make my way up. Oh, you're in your bed with your snuggle chillet? That's so cool. And if you do follow my path, there's a chest right here that you can open up. It's pretty sweet. Oh, look, tansy! I bet you those things have hands. Maybe they can handle an axe or something. Give me some tree chopping. Tansy, get back here. Use one more, Kativa. Good job, Kativa. Let's go! We've got ourselves a new pal, Tianzi. But this one doesn't want to stand. There's an important point. If you have a pal escape, it is worth dodging almost immediately because they almost always attack right after they escape. Okay, so we caught ourselves a new pal. I'm going to go over to the Palpedia and see what that pal can do. Work suitability. This is an important thing in the game. It lets you know if they can kindle. If they can't, there's no level and it's grayed out. If they can do something, you can see it. Like this one can plant and do lumbering and transport and handiwork and gathering. Lumbering is what I really want it for. But hey, you know what? It can do all those other things too. So it's really nice to have that as an option. And I'm happy to have it as part of the team. Welcome, Tansy. Alright. Since I came over here, I can't help but go for the great boss, Chillet. Really, it's just an alpha pal, but I mean, for everybody that first played the game, you probably were like me and thought it was a boss. So here we go. Go ahead and take him down, Kativa. Now, Kativa's strongest attack is that flurry punch that it walks up to him and does stuff with. You can take away skills if you want to, and then Kativa will use it a lot. I still don't know how to dodge that attack. I don't know how long it's going to take me to learn how to dodge, to be honest. Hey, I want Chillet, so I'm going to use my Mega Sphere by switching to 2. and throwing some spheres at it, or just a sphere at it. Nice. Let's go! One of the strongest early game pals in the game at the moment. Honestly, it might even be the strongest now that Dire Howl is weaker and Chillet is so fast in the water. Hey, have a great night, Life La Vida. I want to call you Livin' La Vida. Is that Rick Aston? No, what's his name? That's not it. Rick Astley. Rick Astley. Good stuff. Appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully you have a good time. Sweet dreams. And maybe I'll catch you on another one. Snuggling up the Chillet plushies. Ooh, and we found some T-Fence. Almost always worth going to explore at least a little bit. You might come across some pals that you don't need. Typically, if it's blue, they can do watering. Not always, but if it's a watering pal or a water pal, it can probably do watering. Probably. Grass pal. Got leaves on his head. It also has the grass and mud sign off to the left of its face. Probably can do planting. It's grass. Typically, grass pals can do planting. So if you're ever looking for something specific, you can probably go off of that simple design concept. 3 plushies, man. I can't get over that. Okay, so as we catch more and more, you see we're now up to 220 on the right side where it says Cremis, EXP boost plus 220. Very much so worth getting those experience boosts, as the more pals you catch, the more experience you get. The later levels take a lot of experience, so I highly recommend continuing to try to get experience by catching pals. I'm gonna go ahead and grab just a little bit more Palladium just in case. Ooh, those guys are attacking me. I wonder if that's been changed. Better passives early on? Yeah. I mean, it's not easy to get the passives you want early on, but in general, the more things you capture, the higher likelihood you have of getting a passive you want. Right? So I already caught a pal with Vampiric. Now, what I really recommend is just waiting until you get a like a Yakumo to go for passives, because for the most part you can live without passives at any given time. But yeah, really it's just a matter of catching a lot of things and then fishing. If you want to really go crazy on passives, go fishing. Nice. I really like Killamori too. Oh, right. I commanded you not to hit. Okay, we're gonna do one other simple trick here that I don't think is a glitch. Yeah, damage number sizes are definitely changeable. Let's say I was walking through this dungeon and then I got really confused as to where I was. I have no idea where I am, and I am wanting to get out of this cave. Well, you could just continue to run aimlessly until you find your way out one way or another. Or you can log back out and log back in, which is what I'm going to do right here. I am going to collect this lotus, though. I mean, 5,000 gold is hard to pass up. So I'm going to say that all again in case I ever get around to, like, getting these put into little snippets of information for people. But I've been, running around the cave, but I don't know where I'm at. I don't know how to get out. And I don't want to continue to just wander around aimlessly until I find my way out. I'm just going to log out and log right back in. And if everything is still the same, we're just going to show up at the very beginning of this cave. We didn't have to die. We didn't have to do anything crazy. We just logged out, logged in, and we're at the beginning of the cave with all the stuff that we collected in there. So, would recommend doing that. I'm also going to grab a deer. Alright. Deers are good. Level 11 is a little tough for a pal sphere, but I'm going to go ahead and throw it. It's still about a 40% chance. That's not that bad. Oops. No, Kativa! I got distracted by this one popping out and hitting me. I wanted both of them. But there we go. We got ourselves an Eikthyr. Eikthyr. However you say Eikthyr. Did they mix? Did they fix the infinity fly with the glider? Nope. So I can still spam it. At this point, I've leveled up a little bit, enough to get to a Chillet saddle. It's like one of the best saddles in the game now. It's absolutely busted. Grappling gun, my favorite thing to unlock first. You don't have to. You can go with any of them. The egg incubator, if you've picked up some eggs, really quite good. It's not necessary until later in the game, sort of. Feed bag, also incredibly handy, and I want it really badly, but the grapple gun is just leagues above everything else in this section of the game, and even towards the late game, if you ask me. So I grabbed the Eikthyr saddle just in case I want to use it. Chillet's probably going to be my really only saddle. Cooler box to level up the base, medieval workbench to level up the base. But I have not built what I need to. I needed a furnace a while ago, so let's go ahead and make it so that Fox Sparks can start, you know, building the base better for us. But I also see that I have 5 pals in the base, but only 3 beds. I better fix that. So let's make our pals a little bit happier with us. And maybe in the future, I'll make this even nicer. But I don't plan to stay here forever, so I will be tearing up the space and moving. They did fix Mimog experience, or just all experience breaking ways of, like, just glitching experience. And I am both happy and sad for that. You know? Like, I mean, I was an abuser of that particular glitch for a handful of speedruns, but it is what it is. It's really for the best for the game. Pat put out my pal to help work out. Put you away because they were taking a break because they had 0 sanity. They're starving. So he gets replaced. This one just won't be used again, probably. This one. Yeah. I mean, you can say that you, like, want to take care of the pals. The pals at this very, very beginning section don't need to be taken care of. I hate to say it. They just don't need to be. I'll do it, though, just for you guys. There you go. There's some berries. They can now eat. I will also get away a little bit from going so crazy. I'm going to favorite this pal because it has a turquoise passive, that vampiric passive. I just got really lucky getting a passive that is hard to get and is fairly desirable in mid and late game. Even early game, it's not bad, but, you know, it's good. It's a great passive. I also know that I need a pal in there for, like, chopping trees and harvesting things. And I currently don't have anybody that can actually water. So let's see here. I've got a masochist, a sleek stroke, and a burly body. None of those affect the work speed. If I was to hover over, work speed is on this side, just like it is right here. If I don't see that work speed number up or down, I don't necessarily care what passive I put in the base. Yeah, there's going to be other things that affect, like, a little bit. Like if they have runner, I think I saw, yeah, runner. So they'll get to their task ever so slightly faster. But it's not like that big of a deal in terms of actually, you know, doing the task. So I'm not too worried about any of these guys going in. I'll just go ahead and put the one with sleek stroke in over the one that's not working. So now we've got somebody that's making stuff for us. Somebody that could be harvesting, or sorry, planting for us. We've got somebody that could be harvesting for us. Again, the Tansy. We've got somebody that can be watering for us. Kindling, hauling, and making. And then mining and gathering for us. So we're now going to start getting these berries produced once Tansy Tiefent gets to work. There it goes. You can, of course, help her out if you want to. But that's a waste of time. They're doing it for you. Don't do stuff your pals can do for the most part. Avoid it. Let them do it. They're there to work for you. Mercy hit passive is really, really good. Oh, you were saying they did fix it, not did they? Yep. Yep, they did. And again, I have to accept that it's really for the best of the game. And in fact, I mean, I definitely reported it more than once. Because, like, once I fully understood how it was working, I was like, I should make sure I get across why this is happening. Okay. We've got two pals here that can do lumbering. Tansy and Eichlerdeer. Eichlerdeer has a lumbering 2. What I hate is it doesn't show a higher work speed. However, a level 2 Eichlerdeer is approximately 3 times faster than a level 1 Tansy at doing the same task of cutting down trees. It's well worth having the higher level Eichlerdeer. I shouldn't say cutting down trees. It's really working at this tree station here. The Eichlerdeer is just way better. It's always worth having a higher level pal, higher level work suitability pal than it is a pal that is lower work suitability. Unless you have insane stats on them. Like Remarkable Craftsman, Artisan, all that jazz. So, up to you how you want to play it. But that is what it is. Now, I've been avoiding this Foxbark's harness. I need a little more flame organs. But luckily, we defeated Chillet. So we can go over to the small settlement and get ourselves a couple extra flame organs. If I don't end up finding a few more from Foxbark's, which, since I'm going over here, I'm not finding any additional ones. So I can come over here. These items that Chillet drops, precious pelts, that flavor Texas can be sold to merchant for a high price. That's all they're good for. Sell them. We've got more gold now. We've got 5,000 to work with. Let's go. Come down here, buy a few more flame organs. I forgot that I need them now because of the Foxbarks. That's on me, honestly. I shouldn't have forgotten that. But yeah, flame organs and venom glands are about the same price, so hard to say which better. Flame organs are easier to come across later. Venom glands are just usable on a lot more pals. I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I've always liked the poison bow for some reason. So, I'll just go ahead and buy a couple of venom glands so that I have the ability to poison some pals and talk about what happens when you poison pals. I think it is worth it. Bet all they did is fix their formula to not account for the damage since that was why it worked. Yeah. It says mercy hit now, so I think what they did is just if the damage was going to take a pal down to 1 health, say mercy hit. Or do 0 damage, essentially. Which is how they fixed it, so. Okay. Foxbark's harness is getting ready. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm getting really tired of using this stone pickaxe. I think it's slow and not my favorite way of mining. I really like a pal called Rushor. I think it's one of the better pals in the game for getting resources in the early game. can't you farm with Capricorn Knocked? Capricorn Knocked is a late game pal, so it's hard to get a Capricorn Knocked. So I'm going to come over here, do a quick check, look around, maybe capture a few extra pals like a Flack. And I'm going to talk to this farmer. You can do this much earlier, like if you're speedrunning the game, she's like, I just want a water pal. Well, I didn't go out of my way to get a water pal, but I have this Pangolette that I don't think I care about. Has muscle head, which is cool, but I'm going to deliver it for some sweet, sweet experience and some more money, more megaspheres, and a stout fruit. Cool. Can't say no to that. Now, I should have mentioned, see how it has a green health bar? Once it becomes aggressive, it gets to be a red health bar. So for this one, there are pals that start out as red health bars, so you have to watch out for them, but there are pals that start out as green health bars and will only retaliate after being hit. So it's worth keeping track of some of those things. And if you're not sure if a pal's aggressive or not, look at the bar. It'll tell you. Alright, well, it's hard to pass up on another lucky. Oh, that killed it. Might as well just use the Mega Sphere. Rushmore! Yes! Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Good girl! Just don't kill. Hey! Get in that sphere. Who's a good girl? Yes! Woo! Alright, I don't even care that it's downtrodden. It's whatever. It's just a good pal. My deer has mercy hit. Yes, it does. I noticed. I promise I did. But I was like, I am going to just keep going first. Okay, quest line continues to give us lots of experience and items and things. There's another like 450 experience for that. I completed the other one already because I beat Chillet. Oops, whatever. But we also got, you know, multiple more venom glands, multiple more items. I'm going to go ahead and put away things that I can. And I want that Rush Horse saddle ASAP. I think he is really, really good. If you don't know where they're at, search for them. Rush. There he is. Rush Horse saddle. If you don't know what it is, you could always just type in saddle and get all the potential saddles that are in your technology range. I believe it is. But yeah, there we go. Rush Horse saddle is on the way. What am I missing for the Chillet saddle anyway? I'm not sure. Cloth. I need cloth anyway. Rush Horse is good when it ain't jumping straight into lava. That's so true, man. Arthur, you speak truth. You have wisdom beyond your years. Chat, did you know if you condense Vixie, it can drop green spheres? Yeah, one condensation makes it so that it can drop a green sphere, or as they're sometimes called, megaspheres. And if you keep condensing it, it can get all the way up to hyperspheres. But you have to work hard to condense a pal that far. And this early, I don't think it's worth it. I mean, there's a lot of things that I don't think are worth it that I know a lot of people think is really, really good. Rock on, Randy. Rock on. You have a Vixie fully condensed to use in your new playthroughs? Yeah! It's really strong. Like, unbelievably strong. And it's fun, too. I am just a bigger fan of getting the resources. So I'm the weird one, I know. And if you do catch a Vixie, you can definitely make use of it. Okay. Got that. I don't know why I have a Lambo on here. Rush Ore! My first actual mount. I can ride him. Yay! They made Rush Ore so much faster, didn't they? I don't remember him being this fast. But instead of swinging my pickaxe forever, There's one hit on that ore. I should really time this at some point and see what it's like between a stone pickaxe and rush ore. Just so I have the difference between hitting one rock a few times. And then a trick that I'm doing there is when I charge with rush ore, I actually start trying to zoom in like I'm trying to aim with my bow. But I am only doing it to slow them down. So like if I use this now, we're going to get pretty close to this rock. Okay, we like touched that rock and we were all the way back there. I'm only going to come up, well, let's just go all the way back. Okay, we're basically at the same spot, right? This time I'm going to zoom in. This is how far we got with the zoom in. So if you're wanting to just stay at a rock and continually farm it, zoom in on the rush ore like you're trying to shoot your bow, and you're good to go. Or rather, you're good to not go. He's good to keep you closer in place. Now I realize I've made more pals without actually giving them more beds. That's my bad. I should have given them more beds. Well, they'll make those in the morning. We'll go ahead and make a few extras. Now you can be as clean or unclean with it as you want. I, again, am going to move bases here relatively shortly. Maybe not today like in real life, but I am going to move bases relatively soon. In terms of game time. So I'm just not concerned with it. Instead of having your pals transport everything, you can always go and pick it all up yourself because you can just, again, store it all. It's great. Let their pals continue to mine for you, and you just collect their deeds. Transporting pals are really useful, but I want my pals getting me more resources right now, or else I just don't think I have enough. Okay. It's nighttime. I should be looking for a tombat. I also think it's awfully dark out here, and kind of want to make it less so. And I don't have a chillet saddle. Sad. So I'm going to go ahead and just go over to my settings, go over the brightness, make it as bright as I want. And hey, look, it's not dark anymore. Well, I mean, it's still night, but maybe dark. I don't know. But here we are. Never have to craft another arrow or blue sphere again. Yeah, for sure. Again, especially if you have a playthrough already and you have a fully condensed Vixie and you want to play with them, super strong. Super strong. Oh. There's something cool about riding on the back of a pig and just shooting Hookrates. I don't know why, but I like it. Can't really dodge things, but I just grabbed it to collect a new pal. I would also like a tombat. Or still worth always picking stuff up as you run across them. I don't have any more pal spheres. I don't really want to use anything other than megaspheres on tombats right now. Speak of the creature. Oh my gosh, that thing. Now, surprisingly, I think tombats are one of the hardest in the early game because they have air cannon. Just like that. They're able to just constantly spam those little attacks that track in on you. It's not nice, man. Not nice, tombat. Woo! Tombat. Weapon is damaged. That's unfortunate. Ooh. Just finished my stream from earlier. Had to leave work. Looking forward to my ultra reaction. Yeah, man. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a little less in terms of content than I was hoping for, but it was kind of what I was expecting because they keep saying, you know, they're kind of saving more content for full release, which fine by me. Fine by me. Should just also to put a chest near the output of the production so the transport pal has less pathing to work with. Will do. Will do. Do I want any of these? Sand tornado? Not really. Iceberg? Not really. Not really plasma funnel either. Alright. But yeah, you can still do the near infinite flying. I know my bow is damaged, but Kativa should be able to take out combat, I hope. Not easily, because it can't really hit up that high, but you know what? It's fine. Thought I predicted that attack well enough. Yo! No! You had the double attack at the end there, Katina. I even withdrew you. Look at that smug little jerk. Ah! Why did you do that to me? We could have had another good mining pal, Kativa. Alas, the show goes on. Just because I haven't said it yet, these are wind tunnels. They let you jump really high. It's okay if you use them. You're not going to take any damage when you come down. You shouldn't, at least. Okay. So, as was mentioned, there's these workstations, right? They can go up to 9,999. Totally worth it to put a chest right nearby for pals to be able to store all of that wood without needing to walk back and forth to this chest all the way over here. It saves them time, and since you can use your resources from anywhere in the base, like I can store everything from this pile into the base, right? And then I don't have any wood on me, but I can still make wood stuff. So that chest is letting me use stuff. It's worth having your chests near what you're creating. So like here, I've got the stone and the wood. If it wasn't me, I'm now a pal just putting stuff into the chest and it's done. And they just kind of, you know, go back and forth. Very convenient for them. Very, very good for you. Because pals that work quickly are doing you a favor. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the stats. Let's go ahead and put some into stamina. Alright, I'm at about the point where I'm done putting points into stamina and weight. But, it is what it is. Alright. Alex. Trolltiva. It's a Trolltiva, man. Trolled me. It's awful. Okay, so, at this point, I've currently let myself starve. Oh no! I did this purposely on purpose. I know that might be hard to believe, but when you're starving and you have that little indicator down there, you will not die unless you get hit. I mean, if you take damage from like cold or heat or any source that goes through your shield, you're gonna die. But I mean, I'm not gonna die. I've got 1 health. You starve for eternity in this game. It sounds awful. I think I'd rather just die, to be honest with you. but you can do it. You can stay alive on 1 health for your entire game If you really, really wanted to. Alright, Troll Tivo, get to work. So, up to you. You could save some food. It's probably better to go ahead and eat whatever you've grabbed. I'm just gonna go ahead and have some lamb ball. Okay, we're gaining health again. We're safe. No problems. Now the grapple gun is what you want to work towards, which is why you have this Foxbarks working hard to get you some ingots. I would say the grapple gun is your top priority around level 15 or even earlier. Especially if you start working towards it. It's like my top priority all the time. I would highly, highly recommend it as what you are focused on. Now, I think this looks a little bright. Don't you? Maybe you don't. I don't know. Maybe you're fine with it being this bright. But I think this looks like way too bright. The saturation is just way too much. So, if you do change your settings, remember that you can change them back and make things look better again. It's up to you if you ever want to change it, because remembering to go back sucks, if you ask me. But I'll be doing something and be like, oh my gosh, it's bright outside. I don't like this. Cool. Grapple gun. I want a... We'll keep Troll Tava on us, and then I actually just realized I have a Killamari's glove. One of my favorite pals as a glider. It actually might be higher than Gale Claw for me in terms of my preference. I don't know if that was my Cativa making the grapple gun or not. I don't know. That's my current opinion on what to do with your effigies. Capture power or save to upgrade a main partner pal. What do you mean with effigies? Like with effigies, unless I'm mistaken, you can only ever upgrade your capture power with effigies, unless you mean something different. Now, enhancing stats is souls. I haven't talked about that just yet, which is maybe why you're asking, Corey. Souls we will find through a handful of different pals, so from being on the ground, and from a couple of different places throughout the game, including some chests and things like that. And that, I think it's worth going ahead and using them, because let's say I wanted more attack on this Chillet. I can then be like, actually, I want to reset that pal, and it's going to cost me 1,000 gold. Now, right now, that's a lot of money to spend on a mistake. But in the future, that's going to be nothing. So you can always get your souls back as long as you remember that you sold up one of your pals. So, up to you on if you want to continue to use the same pal for a very long time, which is very powerful. You're going to get trust with that pal. That pal is going to level with you. You can give them souls, and they're even more powerful. You can really go through the game using one pal all the way until the end, basically. And then you have to worry about raid bosses, and then it's kind of impossible. But up until that point, which is end game, you should be good. Yep. Food timer spoilage goes back. So let's say we were looking at 74 minutes for that. It's back up to 75. 80, 1841. 1845. So, we're still good there. Let's go ahead and grab the Killamari as well. We want it this way, actually. There we go. I personally like my setup this way, because Chillet is going to be the main mount. It's going to be the one that we use the most. And then that means the pals to my left and right are pals that I can summon out as necessary. Now, I probably won't ever summon Killamari, so I should actually put Troll Tava up there. And then that way I can summon Trolltava whenever I want, or Rush Ore, but we're mostly using Chillet. Now Chillet, great pal, if you notice, in our bottom left, it made us colder. Many pals give you different heating or cooling, and that will get you killed. Van Worm is a very strong contender for most accidental deaths in the game due to burning. I have a feeling that it's one of the most player-killing pals in the game. If it's not the most. So, be aware of it. You don't have to be super cognizant of it, but at some point, it might make the difference. Souls for pals, you forgot. Yep. Thanks for the explanation. That is pretty much what you needed to know, which is my preference on using souls. Yeah, I think using souls early is really strong. Like, I wish I had a few more souls for Chillet right now, because we're going to run around with Chillet for a while. But I am very low on pal spheres, and instead of making them, I'm going to go and buy some more. I'm not going to do too much of, like, the buying aspect, just because I know some people will like, not like it, probably. But, I mean, it's the game. It's how it is. I didn't even sell off my extra, like, stout fruit, which this thing sells for 5,000. This thing sells for 5,000. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to just let you see if I, like, bought my pal spheres and continued to play through the game. So there we go. 53 more pal spheres. We can run back. Look at Chill. He's so fast, man. He's so fast, and we're not even on the fast part of him yet when he's in the water. Oh, just you wait. Okay, I probably won't need my axe and pickaxe anymore, so I'm ready to go into the next part. One of my favorites, and ooh, I'm wondering if it still happens this way. Okay, we can still reset grapple gun. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. That means you can do fun stuff like this. If you really want to get good, cancel, and then you're up in the air, and then you can deploy again. And you're just able to scale things, because then you can just cancel by going up, hitting the left control for me, which is cancel, and then I'm able to scale it, and I can just keep flying up as much as I want. And in my case, I can do stuff like this, because I've practiced it. Left control, cancel, this one. Now I'm ready to use it again. Cancel, oops, cancel, and I'm up again, and we can just fly around. Good times, good times. But the grapple gun, so strong. So strong. Alright, that's enough playing around. Woo! Look at us speed through the map now. I'm just doing this as a demonstration. I'll actually, like, show how to get to places in a second. I did not mean to actually miss that one. Yeah. The amount of times you've traveled to the desert and forgot and then died. Oh yeah, you are probably I would just say that is probably a common occurrence. It's definitely happened to me in the past. I think I hopefully have too much experience to do that again, but I guess could not be immune. You know, everyone can make mistakes and will make mistakes, so we'll see. Hopefully I don't do it. But I see that I currently need to build a hot spring, and there's a couple ways that I could go about it. But I need pal fluids. And to get pal fluids, you can either run over to this beach, and hopefully you find yourself some, like, T-fins, some Croagiros, anything that it looks blue. Look, I saw Pendulette. Get on Chillet here. Look how fast Chillet is in the water, man. So fast. Love Chillet. There we go. Anything blue? Nope, just fish. Blue? Oh, T-fin. Don't run away from me. Let's go. Ooh, I probably can't hit you again. Oh no! I still got your fluids though. But you always want to capture. If you capture, you just get more experience and there's stuff. And then when we get even a little bit later in the game, you can do unspeakable things. You can butcher them. I like that you can do that in this game. Oh no! Sickest grapple tech, still haven't been able to be fast enough and you end up panicking and running for your life. Nice. Okay, we're at 11 pal fluids, so I can go back home, make myself my bed. Oh, but I thought it was a Crozio. I was like, I don't remember Crozio being scared. So if you don't want to use grapple tech or if you don't have it just yet, this is the speed of Chill It in water. And then, of course, he slows down pretty significantly out of water, so be aware of that. But Chill It is one of the best pals in the game now. Like, before, I just liked him because he was cute. Now I like him because he's really good. Another thing I like to do, when I'm actually building a base and not just putting things around, I like to build my hot springs close to my workstations, because when my pals want to go on a break and go to a hot spring vacation, you know, they don't have far to go until they're on their vacation. So I think it's very useful to put hot springs and things like that near your pals where they're working. You don't have to, though. And then I need one more berry plantation. Let's go ahead and do that. Control! And now everything's locked to a grid. So look at that. I've got this, and I can try to move left to right a little bit, and it's like, no, we're right there. So you can line things up and make it look all pretty. We will do that in the future, just not right now. What else? Anything else to talk about base related? What I am really doing is working towards getting my base upgraded to level 10. So once I can upgrade my base up to level 10, we see these max number of bases. Unless you've changed it to less, this will go up to 2 when you're at level 10. If you changed it so you can have more bases, it will probably be faster than that. The number of the number of things that you need to have set down will probably diminish. Yeah, I need more nails. Let's go ahead and make them. I thought about just disassembling my workbench, but we'll just make them right here. See if there's any questions, comments, concerns that maybe I haven't gone over just yet. Love to answer those questions for you. And I'm going to take a quick drink break. Okay. I am all set to play a little bit longer. Let's see. So once we've got these nails, really, I should have made them over here. This bench gives you, I think it is a 50% work speed boost. So that's a big mistake by me. I should have just completely gotten rid of that one and remembered to use this bench, since it would have been a little bit faster. And I mean, you don't have to be fast, you don't have to be efficient. That's not necessarily what this game is about. But for me, I like being good at the stuff that I'm doing, and for some reason, efficiency is something that I really, really enjoy. It's something that I like. So, I would say, you know, if you also want to be fast and or efficient, go for it. It's great. I need some more ore, so I'm going to go out and harvest that, because we don't have that automated just yet. We're getting close to the point where we could, but we're still definitely not there yet. Let's go ahead and capture this fox first. Yeah? Why not? He's a good boy. Oh. Well, maybe he was a girl and I didn't notice, and that's why he didn't want to get in the sphere. It wasn't because I shot him with a 3-shot bow and that they didn't live. Factorio brain bug? Basically. Yeah. I do like things to work efficiently / well. It doesn't have to be perfect. I am not a perfectionist by a lot of means. I wouldn't say any means. There's part of me is at least the smallest bit, but uh, to say that I'm a perfectionist would be a lie. But I like things that are working really well. The factory must grow. Yes. Well, like, okay, let me put it this way. I still play a lot of, like, free-to-play mobile games. I shouldn't say a lot. Every now and again, I'll play a free-to-play mobile game, and it's, you know, like, how are the pay-to-play competing against you? And it's like, oh, they're paying money. But what if? What if I can compete with them, and I don't pay money? And seeing how well I can do compared to how well they can do, and they're like using real life money. And I don't know, some games let you like be somewhat competitive and some games don't, but the games that I've tended to like are the ones where I'm like, man, if somebody is not paying money and beating me, I'm kind of upset. But if I get beat by somebody that's paid like a lot of money and I haven't, I'm like, okay. But if I beat them, I feel so good. And it's so fun just like trying to come up with the ideas on how to do things good enough to be able to beat somebody that is paying to play the game. It's just enjoyable. I think it's part of just my competitive spirit. I've always been at least a little competitive. My dad used to always beat me in RBI baseball as a kid. I'm talking about the one for the Nintendo, not the Super Nintendo, the NES. We would play that game, and he would laugh at me when I couldn't beat him. I remember he went away on a trip one time, never came back. Oh, wait, well, he did come back. He did come back, actually. But when he came back, he was met with a fully practiced, like, 10-year-old. And a fully practiced 10-year-old can be a scary thing to go up against. And I was finally able to take, like, my first win off my dad. Boy, was that the best feeling in the world, man. I bet most people remember the first time they beat their parents at something, a game or something educational. I don't know. Man, that was a good time. Really, really liked that. Okay, cooler box. We are. Oh, I don't have. I need to go do flame coal organs. I should have caught that. Whoops. Eventually, if you don't reset your Killamari, you will continue to fall towards the ground. But it does have a little bit of an upward momentum for a portion of its duration. So if you wanted to, you can continue to stay upwards because Killamari has a very light upwards momentum. That might be what I want right there. Is this in range? Oop.
Yeah.
Let's go. Even more? That should be enough, but I'm just going to go ahead and capture another one anyway. And this one's right here, so why not? Why not? Really, it would be more efficient to stay out hunting since I have the spheres for it. But I am in the mood to go on to the next portion of the demonstration before power leveling. Okay, should have all that. There's that. We need to then make ourselves this. And we need a mill, right? Hell Expeditions. Oh, sphere workbench. Shoot. I'm gonna need to unlock that. I forgot it, apparently. No, I didn't. Because it's in production. Foolish. Hey, big tip from me. In fact, I don't think it's a big tip, but you don't need the medicine workbench. This thing, you won't need it for a long time unless you really think it's necessary to use all your resources on these medicines. You shouldn't. Just, I'm going to say right now, my highest recommendation, don't make a single medicine in your life. Just buy it. The resources are not worth it, even if it's cheap. But you can disassemble it and get 5 nails back. Now we're halfway to a sphere workbench. But I also know that I'm not going to be using this high quality workbench all that much, so I'm going to disassemble that, get all my nails back. I can immediately upgrade to the next part of my base. I do think that's relatively useful because you can put out another pal, meaning more base efficiency, as well as now we're going to get to our second base. And I was already saying I was going to move bases. We are going to move bases here very shortly. I'm going to go ahead and go on one last little spree here and go sort by level, double check if I have a earth pal. I don't. We're going to go take on Zoe and Grisbolt. Now, Zoe and Grisbolt are a really good early game fight. They aren't particularly hard. They aren't like unuseful either. So when getting in there, I mean, the hip lantern is a nice thing because it lets you see in the dark, and something that I might actually make this game. I don't normally waste quote unquote waste the resources on it, but it's nice, you know. But the bigger thing is at the end of this fight, we're gonna get more ancient technology points. Having more ancient technology points means we can do more stuff. Now, for the most part, at level 13, you should be able to more or less let an Earth pal, if it's also somewhere around level 10 to 13, just fight. You should be able to beat the timer in time, but if you really want to make sure you beat it, use a 3-shot bow. I wouldn't recommend less than a 3-shot bow, but I mean, you can see Chillet's done a good 1,000's worth of damage. We don't have to worry about dodging too much when we let our pals stay out and fight for us. This attack, you can, you know, look scary. It's really not. Only the last one could really mess you up. I'm going to go ahead and start adding my damage in. No reason not to. I should dodge that, but that's okay. I feel like I'm doing less damage than I'm remembering. Girly Rushor is terrible. I should just use Kativa. Kativas are a very strong early game pal. Now you can use the pillars for cover, or just know how to time it out. I mean, it's all muscle memory, or I shouldn't even say muscle memory, just reactive memory. Once you learn the fight, it's not hard. It could take you a try or two, hard to say. But for the most part, I mean, look at Kativa just go there. Look at all those hundreds. This is another time to point out, if you go into the skills and turn off their skills, they'll use the flurry punch more frequently, which is what's doing all that damage. So I think I'll do that on both of them. So no more air cannons and back into the flurry punches. A level 16 Kativa is more than enough. I mean, look at that. We're shredding this Zoe. Absolutely demolishing it. I don't have to do a single thing. Now, I'll also mention, I don't consider withdrawal dodging cheese or cheating or anything like that. I see Kativa's gotten targeted. Go ahead and switch it out. Hey, look, the attack was dodged because I helped the Kativa dodge it. It's the only real interaction you have with your pal. Use it! I don't think I completely dodged that one, but you know what? We don't have to. We have tons of health on our Kativa. Troll Tiva, doing just fine. I'm gonna be Snow White in the 12 dwarves. Or 12 Kativas. There we go. But really, this is the level 10 boss. Should not be surprising that I was able to beat it. The next bosses get significantly harder. So just know that they do. Know that, and you don't have to worry about too much. Okay, so if you noticed, we did that fight. We can now come over to technology. We have 5 ancient technology points. If you wanted that egg incubator, there you go, you've got it. If you wanted that small feed bag, there you go, you've got it. You have to make a choice between Pal Essence Condenser and Hip Lantern. I have always chosen the Essence Condenser because I start condensing my pals early. But we could make a case for the other, you know, other options. I'm not going to this time, though. Yay, our base upgraded. Yeah, we don't need to worry about it. I'm not going to right now. Pal Essence Condenser, boom, there it is, we've got it. Now, the reason I really like doing Zoe as early as I just did is it unlocks our first Pal Expedition. Without doing Zoe, we have nothing that we can do with this. And auto-assigning it, right now we're only at 65%, which is really sad. It might not have taken all of our pals. It did take all our pals. Okay, it's extra sad. We are only going to get 65% of the rewards, but that's okay. I'd still say it's worth it, because we have a chance to get Ancient Civilization parts, all these items, including spheres. The ore in Paladin Fragments is actually pretty big for us. The small Pal Souls will always be useful. Like, it's just nice. In terms of additional stuff, the Cavern Mushrooms for late game is massive. Then we need the Ancient Pal Manuscripts. They're just not mandatory for doing research later. So the sooner you can start doing your expeditions, the sooner you can start getting a ton of good rewards. Even if you can only get 65% of those rewards, I'd say it's probably worth it to send your pals in and have them go do that. Now, if you can, catch a lot more pals. We can send up to 100, and I'm pretty sure we only sent in a handful. How many are we sending in? 49 out of 100. So we could just send in double the number of pals. Then we'd have 100% of the rewards. We'd be golden, right? Just like the Huntrix from what's the K-pop Demon Hunters. But as it stands, we're doing what we're doing. We're okay. We're fine. We're living. I'm picking up what my pals are putting down. Love my pals. They're great. I love them. I apparently only hit with one. Okay. We also, at this point, have the ability to make an additional base. This is where, you know, personal preference comes into play. Since we upgraded to 10, we have the ability to make an extra base. This is where we need to make sure we actually grab what we need for that base. Holding control, I can grab my items individually, or does it not say it here? Oh, where does it say how to... Oh, there you go. When hovering over it, it says what your button is. So if you're holding shift, you can take half. If you're holding control, you can take ones at a time. So I was just holding one control and taking one at a time. There we go. I have everything I need for that, but I'm also going to grab enough for a chest. So why not grab 15 and 5? I believe that's what it is. But you know what? That was slow gathering those resources like that. What if I just, you know, built the item that I wanted and disassembled it? Where do those resources go? So cancel that. I now have 15 and 5. Now you have to be careful. I wanted to use 8 of those to make my base. So in this case, I need to make 2. Now I have 30 and 10. That should be enough for a base and a chest, and we should be good to go. Oh, I'm positive we'd have 100% if we did some condensation. Could do it. Might do it. I haven't decided just yet, because I want to go over and set up the second base. If you're playing on a difficulty setting higher than, or harder than normal, I'd say 100% you should focus on that. Since we are playing on normal, I'd say it's dealer's choice over getting your second base set up or going for 100% on expeditions. But that's a great call out there, Lucas. Lucas Alfie. Affy. Lucas Laffy. Man, took me a little bit to get your name right, or close to right. I'm still probably not 100% right, but you know what? I did try, I promise you that. Okay. If you've never played before, this is one of the premier spots to build your first ore base, because you're going to need to build a lot with ore, and you don't have a way of getting it yet. So if you've never been here, it's just past the Chillet, across the bridge, over to right here, 155, negative 394. Definitely a spot well worth taking as your first space. It's very pretty in terms of what you've got around you. We can even take a little bit of a bird's eye view thanks to the grapple gun. We've got, you know, the Chillet right over yonder, which is useful. We've got some cliffs, some nice looks around. I guess I could use the camera too. You know, we've got a lot going for it right here. You know, it's very pretty. I like this area, but I also like an area just over yonder in that forest area. It's a little bit harder to get to, not by much, but just a little bit, I think. So you might use that. And that one is going to be right here at 3, negative 528. That's the one that I typically go for. But today I'm feeling like this base over here. So once again, I like using my pal to help reduce the build time by about half. And I want to put some pals in. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Why is it not letting me put my pals in? That's weird. I have these pals. This symbol right here is the expedition symbol. You can't put pals in when the expedition symbol is on them. So none of these pals that are on the expedition can go in. So I can only put this depresso in. So be warned, for every pal that you put in, you're going to have to live with not having them unless you cancel that expedition. I actually would have liked that, Tombat, but it is what it is. So, as it stands, we've got our second base almost set up. I want to go ahead and build our extra thing there. I will go ahead and put Tabresso in, since he can also do handiwork stuff. And he's also one of the coolest creatures in the game. I really look at him. He's just like, yeah. Oh, he's so happy! Back to not being happy. Just doing his job. Yeah. Oh, what a cool dude. Yeah, little guy. I like that he drags his items too. It's so good. This game has so much fun stuff to it, man. Okay, now that I've got that set up, let's go back to the base. Lucas Laffy, sorry. I forgot again. Lucas Laffy, he even said I was good, and then I messed it up again. Was mentioning condensing pals. The reason I like to get this pal essence condenser as soon as I can is because then I can make this go by with much higher than a 65% chance. So, I'm gonna do my first little trick of the game, even though I don't need to since I've already gone over there. We are on multiplayer. You might want to find other locations in the game to start at rather than the first one that shows up. It's a very fun way to play, finding different locations to start up. Because I have multiplayer on, I can teleport to all these locations. So see all these locations I can teleport to? I can do it because multiplayer is on. If multiplayer is off, I can't teleport to them and I'm going to show you. Now, on normal, I drop my stuff, which is why I respawn right next to my base, because I'm going to come over here, grab this spawn point, and I can come back to my base and pick up my stuff. As good as can be. Not only cancel the expedition, you need to clear your... Oh, that's such a good point there, Corey. I totally forgot about that. So say I did cancel this expedition. Unless I clear out the pals that I've selected, I still can't grab them from my pal station here. Now, that's the only one I want to use multiplayer on. I'm going to go ahead and turn multiplayer off, just so that I can demonstrate it for everybody that might not completely be following what I'm putting down. We are now going to respawn once again, see what happens now that multiplayer is off, see if we can go somewhere else fun and new and exciting. And I'm telling you right now, the answer was no. Let's see if the answer is yes now. Maybe it's changed in this patch. Look at that. There's no glowing spots up on the map. Only this one is your spawn point. You can't do anything except spawn there or at your base. So I'm just going to respawn at my base. I've already collected the respawn point up at the very top of the hill. Why would I need to go there? But now that I've collected this fast travel point from where I respawned earlier, I can just go straight here. So, up to you if you want to use the multiplayer to start at a different location. It's really great for maybe a different way to play through the early game. It's also really convenient if you want to use it to get like different corners of the map unlocked. I say corner, it's really more like just a farther away from where you're at than a corner. I always like to try to jump with Chillet out of the water too, by the way. I just keep that momentum going a little bit. But this gives me the opportunity to go say hello to Gamos. Now, I notice now that you have the wrong seals on. I much prefer Dragon Cannon. There's that. There's that. There's that. And now we just say hello to Gamos for a little bit. We don't have to capture him, but I'm gonna try to anyway. Two reasons. One, once I do look into butchering my pals, I can butcher him for a lot of money because he drops those precious entrails. I mean, he's really not a lot of money, but he's more than none. And ancient civilization parts, which I think I needed 2 more actually. Ooh, that's really sad. Guess I could go to Chillet. Yeah, let's do Chillet. So again, we're getting just a little bit of up air. You can spam spacebar or use C and like your crouch move and glider move. That will also keep you in the air and going forward a little bit like that. And off we go over to Chillet. Let's go ahead and grab him again. If you really wanted to, you could just be like, attack aggressively, but then you're going to have to remember that your cat's going to start attacking everything it sees. Being a troll once again. There, I made sure to watch Chillet's health because I knew that was a strong attack. And withdrew my Kativa right when I thought it was gonna potentially kill. So I always think it's worth pulling your pal back before trying to capture the pal that you're going for. Because very frequently you will find that your pal ends up killing what it is that you're actually going for. That's a really sad grapple, so let's try it again. Okay, well, I guess it wasn't my turn to do grapples. We'll just run over. And then be really sad at running too. Actually on a dragon cannon, I wasn't sure if it would kill or not. Nice! And we're up to level 17. Still haven't even really power farmed for my point of view. From my point of view, I haven't power farmed. We're probably a lot farther than any newbie would be, but these are kind of not necessarily newbie tips. I'm giving newbie tips along with everything else, but yeah, this is definitely just me going through the game, offering up what you think. Yeah, I love Mercy Hit too. Can't wait for it. But we've now got all the resources necessary for the PAL Essence Condenser. And let's go through why this is so strong. Let's add that in there. Let's say build it, pals. Oh my gosh, that's going to take a minute and 18 seconds. I don't want to stand around and let that thing build for 1 minute and 18 seconds. Unless, like, you needed a bathroom break, do you really want to sit here like this for a minute and 18 seconds? I mean, maybe you do, because then you're working with your pals, and it's pretty cute. It's honestly pretty great for a little bit. But in terms of efficiency, you, as a player, are only adding, like, 14 seconds of speed to this. Your pals will then just go back to what they were doing before. But, I mean, they'll build this for you. You don't need to be here for that little bit of time. You can go get more resources, collect more pals, which will give you more levels, which will give you more abilities. And, like, then the pals will work more for you. So I totally would say go out, do stuff once you've set what you want. Or in a lot of cases, it's like, hey, build that, come over here. I want to make sure that we're still cooking up these. I want to make sure that this is still going over here. Oh, I also need this to be done for me. Go ahead and queue up a few things for your pals to get done for you. And then leave. Let them do it. It's so good to not stay at your base. Okay, so now the PAL Essence Condenser. I love that we can sort it now. It's actually just like the best thing. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and cancel it just so I can demonstrate. We canceled it. It's been stopped completely. We still can't touch these pals. I wish we could. It'd be so nice to be able to condense them. If I come here and I did the auto assign again, it'd say 71%. Let's cancel all though. So we've canceled every single pal. I'm gonna come in here and just go ahead and do that. 4 pals condensed into 1 land ball. It is a high level land ball. Let's do another one that's a low level land ball just for fun. A level 1 land ball. Don't care. Okay, now when I come to this expedition station, the level 1 land ball has 1,124 firepower. All my other land balls are at like 300. So condensing a pal has a massive change on a pal's firepower, which means you're going to be able to get that total reward counter go up way higher. So our level 15 is at 2,308. So it's a combination of level, condensation, and souls. What their passive skills are, they don't matter. IVs matter too, but we're not going to get into that. This is not a specific guide on this, but like if we tried it now, and oops, not sort. If we tried auto assign now, we're up to 71%. That's pretty solid. We might not actually make any benefit if I was to condense into the smaller one each time, because 1124 we sacrificed 4 pals for it. It's really not better. Now that I see that, but in terms of talking about it, I think you got my idea. So let's go ahead and condense this level 15 Kativa. Cool. Let's go ahead and do it. The 5 is probably my highest level Chickapee. I'm also going to look at their passives while I'm doing this. Clumsy, bad passive. Might as well condense it and get rid of it. So there we go. And for my later in the future people, you can look at your level 4 Pengulette. Say you didn't want anything else. I can press F and select all materials on the page. Or R to deselect all materials on the page. It's beautiful. The PAL Essence Condenser is so much stronger than it used to be. I see a swimmer though, and while I don't really want to, I think I'm going to go ahead and condense those pals into it. Doesn't look like I'm actually going to speed things up almost at all, because I am still missing pals to get up there. Yep, still 71%. Oh well, whatever. that just means we need to get ourselves enough pals to not worry about it. So that means it's about time to go on that capturing spree. And I will typically just run up to a pal, dragon candidate. If I think I can dragon candidate twice, I do. Pangolets tend to have a lot of defense. Some pals have high defense, some pals have low defense. Just be aware of how much damage you do. But it's also at this time that I'm like, man, Mercy hit would be a really nice thing to have. And you can look at your technology tree and see Ring of Mercy is some ingots and ancient civilization parts. We might just have to go for that. So I'm going to go ahead and do another cave. This time I think I'll be able to clear it all the way through without any issues. But I also have a mount now, so I can run around, be much faster. Let's go ahead and grab this. Let's see if this has got any dog coins in it. Maybe it'll have like 3. Nope, but we'll take what we can get. Beggars can't be choosers. Probably. I'm going to go ahead and just run straight through this cave. Didn't see anything that I was like super interested in. I thought I could. I'm going to get stuck, aren't I? Darn. Some jolt hogs. Can probably just dragon burst. Where's the last one at? It's over there. Take out the mini before dealing with the one. At least that's my motto. It's hard to deal with a lot of stuff at the same time. Oh, I actually wanted to catch that. Okay. Pals at the end also give ancient civilization parts as well as something to sell. So those are worth killing and or capturing. We're also going to get ourselves some high grade technical manual, which means that we're going to get some technology points and some ancient technology points from the other one. So if you were like, I want to be able to get more things, this is one of the ways to do it. Ancient technology manual, we're now going to have 3. Look at that. 3, let's go. We could go for a higher grappling gun or that hip lantern. Let's go ahead and go for the hip lantern. And then if we wanted, more technology points, the 28 is now going to 29. So if you run out, you can always do caves at the end. It's definitely something that you can do. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Was I gonna say something else about caves? Condensing, capturing more pals, getting ancient technology or technology points. We've not done fishing yet, which is really, really big. I feel like there was another reason why I was going in there. Oh well. Whee! Now, gliding is faster than Shillet, even in water, but, I mean, both are good. Both are very, very good. Okay. Did I level up again? No. So I need to level up one more time for Ring of Mercy. Okay. At this point, you might get antsy and want to move out. Feel free. Feel free. Go on, explore the world, do what you need to do. For me, I know that I need to level up still, so I'm just going to keep grabbing all these pals that are relatively low level now. Like, level 10 is no longer an issue for us. It's a pal right around our level. We can handle that. Probably. It's actually pretty significantly under our level now, actually, that I think about it. Yeah. So, Get your low-level 10s and under. That way you can just get all that bonus experience. It's one of the fastest ways to level up. It might now be the only fast way to level up in the early game. And I'm just going to get myself up to level 18. Oh, I know what I was thinking. I was hoping I could find some money in that cave. You can always not crank the bow back all the way. I don't draw the bow back all the way. And that will keep you from potentially killing pals when you shoot them another time. You just do a little bit less damage. You can also be farther away. The farther away you are from a pal with your bow and arrow, you can deal less damage. Now there is an end range, but it's not you have some drop-off damage before you get to that end range. So, a little extra tidbits right there. Now, I have everything. The level. The ancients. Oh, I don't have the technology point. I thought I grabbed myself the ancient technology point. We're gonna go get ourselves the ancient technology. I, for some reason, thought I had it. I'm a fool. Now, I would also say that exploration is one of the most fun parts about this game, so I recommend exploring when and where you want. And maybe not necessarily paying attention to where I am. I don't know how easily you could follow the map when I'm traversing it like this, but one of my highest enjoyment times of the game is when I didn't know anything and was just going around exploring and having a good time. Being a noob is fun, man. Can you? You can! You can't. Show it and or Trolltiva. Oh, that can be me? Okay. We're almost out of arrows. I kind of just want to save them. Trolltiva should handle this sweeper no problem. Hit it in the mustache. Oh no, my armor broke. Alright, we're good. There is 6 ancient civilization parts. Let's go! I did learn the lantern recipe with that extra point. That's what I did. That's alright. I was able to get an extra point right there anyway. Okay. Ring of Mercy, probably worth getting as soon as you can. You can buy it for 30,000 coins, which is really expensive, but worth it. Or you could just, you know, make it yourself. And today we're just going to make it ourselves. We don't have enough ingots, though. Oh, no. For now. I think it's worth it. Ring of Mercy. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Now, pals only work during the day unless they have a trait like Nocturnal or if they are dark pals. Dark pals work at night, but most of my pals aren't dark, nor do they have the Nocturnal passive. And I wanted my my ingots. I want my Ring of Mercy being made. So I'm going to go ahead and run over to the base, grab some more ingots, or rather some ore so I can make more ingots, since I kind of don't have that right now. You have no ore in there? I didn't think so. Oops. Put this in here too. Come back. Hey, one of the reasons I love rush ore. We can multi-hit these. Look at that. 3 hits right there. That feels good. I don't always get that good of hits. Yeah, just like that. Okay, one trick I like with rush ore is if you make sure that you have some ore in your chest and you're going around hitting these rocks and you're like, oh, I'm starting to fill up on weight. No, you're not. Weight's gone. You just stored all of your ore, right? It's so good. So good. But this is going to let our fox sparks continue to kindle for us for some time to come here. Or after 2 hits is usually able to break. So there we go. We were able to charge straight through it. This one might not break immediately. That one did. I thought so. Again, using the right click trick to keep me from flying off the map, store items, and continue to grab all these ore. We're getting rich in ore. But man, that lantern recipe, I can't believe that would be what I would do. Want to talk about it, want to showcase it, and then of course that leaves me with accidentally doing something and being like, oh, but what happened? That sounds like me. And just for fun, if we were to not notice our weight, we're like, wait, oh no, we didn't get to the last rock. That's why constantly putting it away, very, very useful. Now we can just let the Depresso deal with most of that. Let's take those back. Oh, we're so slow. And off we go. Steven! Good to see you again, Steven Hickey. Welcome back, man. How have you been? Now, I have 2 options here. Slowly walk towards the chest, or use the grappling gun. You should use the grappling gun. I guess you could have gone to the furnace too. But using the grappling gun, very useful for things like that. Thank you. Yeah, glad to be back. Glad to be streaming. Let's go ahead and eat. I don't need to demonstrate that again. That time I actually did forget. Forgetting to eat is a problem, guys. I think I have enough stamina and weight for now. I'm going to put some into attack. Why not? It's really not necessary. What you want is what you should put your stat points into. I wouldn't worry about it. Some people will say some things are better than others. Just put it where you want. If you'd like it there, you can change it later. It's not a you're gonna be stuck with the build that you did for the rest of the game. So feel free to do whatever your heart desires. Super busier with a new bar opening up? Ooh, that's cool. Alright. I say you shouldn't work with your pals, but this will give me a chance to say some stuff to Steven, and then we can go to the Ring of Mercy, and I might be done shortly after that. We'll see. Dude, Steven, you're opening a new bar? What involvement have you had with the new bar opening up? Since you can max all your player stats anyway? Yeah, for sure. Eventually you can max all the player stats, and then none of it matters. It's all irrelevant. But, I mean, as you play through, it takes a little bit to max your player stats. Like, it's a bit of an endeavor to get there. Alright. We've got our Ring of Mercy. Let's talk about it. Let's go to a place where I can capture a bunch more pals. we've got our Ring of Mercy on. The wearer's attacks will not reduce the target's health below 1. Great. So I'm gonna 3-shot bow you. I can't kill it now. It just says Mercy hit. That's awesome. But if I put out Kativa, it doesn't have Mercy hit. Oh. We reduced its life below 1. But if we were writing Chill It, it's a Mercy hit. We can't kill it. We're okay. But if we get off Chill... Oh, sorry. Oh no. We killed it. How did that happen? Oh, we caused it to burn. So, just... I'm playing with you guys. I know exactly what I'm doing. Dragon Cannon has an aggregate called Burn. So, things like tick damage, poison, burning... That might be all there is. I don't think they can ever take freeze ticks. So, you can cause them to die with poison or burning. So be aware of that. If the aggregate is a burn or a poison, you can still kill pals even with this. That same goes if you're using the poison bow or if you're using a fire bow. I got rid of all my... if you are using a fire bow or poison bow, you are still capable of killing the pal. So just be aware of that. You are not completely immune from killing the pals. It's also really frustrating when you actually want to kill the pal. So you'll have to remember to unequip it. Isn't your... my bar, the owner of the bar was manager, opened a new one and wanted you to move down there to be the manager. Oh, so he's having you move bars. And I guess that would just be kind of challenging. Yeah, okay. I could see that for sure. What's did I use all my spheres? There's no way. Did I really use all my Did I make another chest? The problem of being unorganized. Huh. I still thought I had like 30 spheres left. I'm not gonna lie. New city? Oh, wow. Was it, like, did you have to move, Steven? I guess I'm just gonna go get myself some more pal spheres. Wait a minute. I had a big brain idea. Okay, 23 pal spheres. I should buy more anyway. I want to power level up to 20 just to have that little early level 20 step out of the way. Oh, I really have no money, huh? All that money came from killing, like, Sweep It and Chill It a couple of times. Or capturing. Can use that to buy more spheres. Alright, nice. I'm trying to avoid using my resources for spheres because we're going to want to use those for bigger spheres later. You missed Teufel? Oh, no! Maybe he'll be streaming. He said he was going to speedrun one of his games. And I haven't checked his Twitch. I've checked his YouTube every now and again, but not his Twitch. So maybe he's going to be on over there. But with Mercy Hit, these early captures are the absolute best. Like, just running around being like, hey, handball. Oh, I have them all already. Okay, I'll just let you be then. Ooh, Kativa. Oh, ooh, there we go, Chickabee. Still collecting stuff off the ground. It's always worth it in the early game to collect stuff off the ground. And I say early game, really, you can find stuff in all throughout the game that it's worth still collecting stuff off the ground from. Souls and other things you'll find throughout the rest of the game. So I threw the sphere almost immediately on that one because if it burned and it did get a mercy hit apply, I was worried. But then I realized it was a water pal, so I don't know why I was worried. Water pals don't burn. Whoa, I just got juked, man. You blame Teufel for getting the ledge pounce back. It was cool. It was cool. But it was also really annoying for, like, casual players. I wish it was hard to do. Like, it really wasn't hard to replicate in a lot of ways. If it was hard to replicate, Pocket Pear might not have focused it. But with it being pretty easy, I don't know. It just was too easy to annoy the common player. I just wish that it didn't have to patch building on top of yourself, whatever we wanted to call that. Would have been nice. The world bounce to the other side of the world is cool. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's when you're at the very beginning of the game and you just loaded in and you fall into some water and you get up and then all of a sudden you're shot into the desert or something. It's like that's not the experience you want your new players to have, I don't think. Are these some free moss? Consider done. Oh, something I didn't mention, and I should for the next time I see two pals, is the levels are what makes the biggest difference on if a pal is easy to capture or not. So, oh, they're both going to be 100%. Okay, whatever. Maybe I just look at them before I actually do any damage. So, if I can find two pals, there's two pals over there. Maybe they'll be different levels. We'll find out. 5 and 4. Okay, so let's not scare them. This one says 25. This one says 23. The higher level pal is harder to capture. That is the same all throughout the game, which is why you're going to need to eventually upgrade your spheres because you're just going to need that additional capture power, or else you won't be able to do enough damage, or deal enough damage. You won't be able to have enough capture strength to capture the pal. So, there you go. Being sent flying at 800 miles per hour is cool. It is cool. It can be annoying after like the third or fourth time though. I'm just saying, I can see how Pocket Pear thought it would potentially not be a good thing for the game. I can see it. I mean, I could get frustrated by it sometimes too, but for the most part, I just enjoyed it because it was awesome. It was janky and fun. Okay, I guess I didn't really mention, but this is what I would call power leveling, where you're just out here with a bunch of pal spheres, whether you made them yourselves or bought them. Go with your Ring of Mercy. Capture everything you see. Double check if you have them all. If you don't, capture it. You want to get 12 of everything. So I'm gonna do this up to level 20. Get myself a decent stopping point so that I can have everything all set. Steven, how is you say it's exhausting, yeah, but like how's it going? Are you managing all right? Oh, it got nice. And then I usually try to find another pal to capture while one pal's in a sphere because just waiting around is not fast. Like, watching this, you can easily waste 5 and 10s of seconds while waiting for a pal to capture. It's not that big of a deal, but... Alright, one more chillet for the road. Moved houses and cities and in the process of opening the bar up. Nice, dude. The move itself can be annoying, but it is also something that I find enjoyable to some aspect. Like, it's new, it's fresh. Sometimes it sucks, but sometimes it's great. But glad to hear you're managing okay. Even with the stress and all new staff. Glad to hear you're on top of it, man. That's cool. It's cool. I can just say I hope you enjoy it, and I hope wish you the best, you know. Wonder if they're working on towns for each of the islands, or maybe help build an NPC city. All of the above would be so cool, Aeroflip. I would really like that. I hope that they do. I hope that they do. Okay, I like the metal chest. I think the metal chest is really nice. It has a very large storage capacity. It's good. The mega shield is good, but we're also getting very close to, like, our next shield, right? Oh, am I not? Oh, maybe I do build the mega shield then. I think the mega glider is useless, but that's only because I'm using Kilimari. If I wasn't using a glider, the stronger gliders definitely can be worth it, so they're worth considering. But you probably don't need it. Ooh, monitoring stand would be very useful to mention. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out second Foxparks. There we go. I don't need Lamball in there. I'm not using Lamball for really anything. In fact, I should probably use Gamos. So what I'm gonna say now is I like having a pal that is dedicated to a task. Gamos can only do planting. So when it's time to plant something, he goes to plant. I like that specialization in pals, because then I know that he's going to constantly be over here making sure that things are planted. Now, Tansy should prioritize it, but you'll know for a fact that things are getting done with the Gamos. But, as was greatly mentioned, thankfully, by Arthur, if you want to make sure that things are being done, there is the monitoring stand. This guy right here, technically not useful in terms of unlocking the base or any other thing like that, but the monitoring stand is one of the strongest items in the game for base management. So we're going to go ahead and unlock it and go through it. The monitoring stand, this thing will give us complete control on what our pals are doing. So let's start from top to bottom. Work mode. Don't touch this one. Until you get like really, really advanced, don't touch this one. Unless you really want your pals to do less work. They'll be a little bit happy, but they'll do less work. They should be happy enough on normal work most of the time anyway. V for set work preferences, or whatever your control is. Hey, look at this. It's similar to RimWorld. I like RimWorld a lot. It's a fun game. Let's say you didn't want your T-Fint here to ever fight. You can turn off their ability to fight. Just say whether they do it or not. Maybe I don't want my my Tansy over here ever lumbering. In fact, I don't. I've got 3 Eichvedirs in here, and all of them have stronger lumbering. I'd rather them do it and take a slight break than him take a slot when all 3 could be working. I think it's just stronger that way, and I would use them that way specifically. Now, I could be like, Tansy, you don't need to plant anymore, or handiwork, or anything like that, but for the most part, this early base setup I'm not really worried about conflicting schedules because they're all like level 1 at something, except for, in this case, the Tansy being level 1 lumbering and the Ike the Deer being 2 lumbering. I'll take the level 2 lumbering every day. So that's that guy right there. And then we have C, or whatever your command is, Fixed Assignment Management. This is where you can tell pals to specifically go to a place like, I only want the Fox Parks to be at this primitive furnace. He will now not do other things. He will just do the primitive furnace. So it is very useful for a lot, but not everything. I like Fox Parks to be able to do a lot. I like my Ike the Deers to be able to do a lot. I could say that I only want my Ike the Deers to do this, and then I don't have to worry about Tansy ever trying to touch the logging site. But I also want my Ike the Deer to go out and cut down the trees too, because that'll give me some fiber. So it's kind of a pick and choose, and for me, it's always just I will tell my pals what they can and cannot do. So I will go to V, tell my pals what they can and cannot do, and always set it so the highest pal are the ones that can do the action that I want them to do. Don't need Tansy lumbering, but I do need him to plant. I do need him to gather, or plant, to gather, to handiwork, to move things, to transport things. So all of that does matter. And then I'll say one last thing on that. Every single pal has a food meter here. This is how quickly that pal will get hungry. The more loaves of bread that are highlighted, the hungrier they get faster. This is a double-edged sword where late game you do want the hungry pals. Early game, hungry pals could cause you to lose all of your food. So be aware of it, but you don't have to be too worried about it. I actually didn't ever mention that I'm leaving these plantations going. I usually don't, but because of that, we've got a good number of berries that we can use. Not as many as I would like, actually. But we finally got pals in there that should be constantly working at it instead of the Tansy sometimes working at it. And so we should be good there. But I am constantly making baked berries. So we see baked berries versus raw. We've got red berries only give 15 nutrition. Baked berries give 21. That's like a solid 10%, or 10%. Like, I guess technically it's like a 50% increase. Pretty close to it. Of like how usable that food is. This also gave us experience because it was cooked. Every time that something is cooked, we get a little bit of experience for it. In early game, that can really pay out. You know, it's nice. So I would recommend that. So that is those things. Oh, you're gonna send some pictures in the Discord? That'd be awesome, Steven. I'd love to see it. Would love to see it. We've got our first expedition done. Look at that. Ancient civilization parts, some Palladium fragments, some ore that we're not going to have to mine, some extra spears for us, all within 30 minutes on a not particularly efficient run. So I'm going to go ahead and collect it all with X. We've got a take all button down here and the quick stack button right there to once again say we can quick stack, but technically that's a lie. We can only quick stack from here, right? No, okay. Maybe I'm lying. No, that's not quick stack. Quick stack is the like sort everything. Okay. But let's see where we're at now. 115%. Let's go. Another 30 minutes. It's just going to be giving us free stuff passively. It only makes sense to use it in my opinion. I'm going to scroll through, get rid of that Tombat. I actually want the Tombat. Let's start it up and we'll go from there. Imagine rebuilding that ruined city based on the highest faction reputation you have. Ooh. Faster hunger, faster base buff as well. Yep. So, food having calories value. So, I didn't actually mention it, but pals have sanity. Baked berries restore 1 sanity as well, meaning they will work ever so slightly longer. Approximately 10 seconds longer because they are eating baked berries than if they weren't eating baked berries. They also have a much less likelihood of getting sick. So you'll notice that all of my pals are currently not sick. They're all really low level pals, so I don't care. But you see the sanity in the right side of the screen here. Like if I click this one, it's all the way up here, but it'll be just a little bit lower when I just hover over a pal. The 91 sanity on the Cativa means that it's going to work when it wakes up, but as it's sleeping, it regains its sanity. Higher quality beds means the sanity will restore faster for the most part. At least in previous versions, patches of the game, you didn't need to worry about having a higher quality bed, but I was actually expecting to see the sanity go up already. Oh, I wonder if he doesn't have a bed. I wonder if having all the beds matters now. Well, let's just do a quick little test. Let's take you out. They've all technically got beds now. Will they regain sanity very quickly? A quick little test. 89, will it go up to 90 in the next, like, 5 seconds? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So, that, again, might have been a little mistake by me, or maybe that's just, I got lucky at calling it when the sanity came back. But it used to be that straw pal beds worked just fine throughout a night. No problems at all. And if you didn't want to build your own bed, you can sleep on these beds at nighttime with your pal. And I guess I actually have to press C now to go sleep. I don't think you had to do that before, did you? But there we go. Got a good sleep in. Pals are back up, but if you sleep with your pals, they don't regain the sanities. But if you work throughout the night trying to catch pals and things, they will gain even more sanity as they sleep, so you'll be better that way. You know if the PS5 save error has been patched yet? I haven't seen anybody talking about it much on Reddit, but I've not been on Reddit as much lately. So I can't be 100% sure, but Pocket Pair also hasn't had to do like a emergency patch lately. So you might be okay, but I don't know for certain. Is there anything else I really wanted to talk about immediately? Because I'm about ready to be done for the night. I want to watch the last couple episodes of Stranger Things. I have not watched since like episode 2 or 3 because I realized I was only going to get 4 episodes. And I think I might just go watch some Stranger Things, you know, to get ready to go to work tomorrow. If I don't catch you guys again, hopefully you guys have a Merry Christmas or a Happy Holidays, Hanukkah, whatever it might be. For me, it's Christmas, so you can always wish me a Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas if you want. Always happy to hear that. If you wished me a Happy Hanukkah, I'd say thank you very much and Merry Christmas to you, or you know, whatever. Happy holidays all around. Happy New Year. I think that's going to be it for me right now. Hopefully that was easy enough to follow. If it wasn't, feel free to let me know if it wasn't followable, or if you didn't like it at all, or if you thought some of it was interesting. There's a lot more tips and tricks to come as we go further into the game. But for the most part, I'm just going to enjoy playing the game, not as a speedrun, but just, you know, getting to enjoy seeing that this Foxbox is over here doing cute things, you know. He's putting fire in there, and I thought he used to have a flame coming out of his face, but maybe that was a dream I had or something. I could have sworn he used to have fire out of his face. Okay, whatever. Judge Chillet, oh no! This time you are. I streamed early today, twice, because I actually had the day off from work. I was off from vacation this past week, and I wanted one day to collect myself and to kind of play the new patch, I'm not gonna lie to you. But I did get myself ready for work for tomorrow, so I rested up, ready to go, and hopefully I will have a good day of work tomorrow. I won't be streaming tomorrow. I might stream Christmas Eve or Christmas, though. We'll see. We'll see. Never seen the hairstyle before? I went for the Snow White look, you know? I don't remember it either, but I usually don't create my characters, so I was enjoying it quite a bit. Looking pretty snazzy with the bob cut, you know? Like, well, oh, thanks, Corey. Thank you. Yeah, Merry Christmas. And a happy new year if for some reason I don't get to see you guys again until after. Go ahead and sort out my inventory just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. That's what, 5 endgame days-ish? 6 days. Okay. So, definitely not playing fast, but I'd say it's fairly efficient. And hopefully my tips, tricks, and stuff are useful, helpful, and best wishes to all of you. Libby from Jimmy Neutron Hairline. Oh, let's go. That's a good call. That's a good call. I haven't thought about Jimmy Neutron in a long time. I want to see, are there other hair that I might not have realized? I don't know. Maybe I just don't know them all. But yeah, it was this one. Yeah. Ooh, that's a flowing mane, man. That's some nice hair. Oh yeah, that's sick. Oh yeah. Man, there's so much in this game, man. I only touch a portion of it whenever I'm playing. It's I love the little hair movements. I know I shouldn't be like impressed by that stuff, but I think it's really good. I mean, it's just nice, you know? Lots of games have better character creators, but this is still a good character creator. It's not a great character creator, but it's good. Thank you. They might have added some new hairstyles. I don't know. I need to read the patch notes. I haven't read any of the patch notes since I got back. I was trying to avoid any spoilers for the update, and I'm now just enjoying it and experiencing it. But I think it's time for me to maybe go through the patch notes and see them. What, did we always have bald? We probably did. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's it for me. All right, goodbye, everybody, and have a great rest of your day, night, evening, morning, evening. I already said evening, but you know, especially good luck for you guys that are in the evening. And hopefully I'll see you around Christmas time, or maybe it'll be after that. I'm not entirely certain. But anyway, goodbye for now, and I'll catch you next time.